A very warm afternoon, literally warm. Google is saying it's 87 degree in the place where I'm staying at Gimhaune, but feels like 96 degrees and it's in Fahrenheit, not degree Celsius. Okay. म्हणजे गुगलला सुद्धा जास्त उकडणं फील होत आहे. सो लेट्स गेट डन with this lesson today. We have completed our Keynesian economics, through which we have seen multiple of things about which we have talked a lot. We have seen Keynesian equilibrium, Keynesian effective demand, supply for aggregate demand, aggregate supply function, its equilibrium position, investment multiplier, MPC, APC, everything we have seen, right? Today we are turning new page and we are starting post Keynesian development in macroeconomics. In a way, we are starting a new lesson which is given post Keynesian economist. Okay. And we have some few interesting theories here, and we are talking about new era where we are going to see ISLM curve and the other types of curves. I know they might be sound boring to you right now, but if you see, whole economics or a whole finance field is based on such kind of theories, and these finance field, banking and all those sectors are future opportunities for you, and for that you need to learn about them, right? You need to be aware of these things, and that's why we are going to be more focused around these theories. Okay, let's get started. So today our main topic is ISLM model. Can you just repeat it after me? Can you repeat it? What is the topic? ISLM model. What is the topic for today?
ISLM model.
Correct. Easy name, ISLM, right? So what's ISLM? The ISLM model, which stands for investment saving, that is IS. हमें तो already पता है IS is investment and saving, and liquidity preference and money supply. L for liquidity preference, M for money supply. Okay, IS and LM is a Keynesian macroeconomic model that shows how the market for economic goods, that is IS, मतलब इकोनॉमिक गुड्स का जो मार्केट होता है, आईएस मतलब इन्वेस्टमेंट और सेविंग से रिलेटेड, आईएस इंटरैक्ट्स विद द लोनेबल फंड्स इन मार्केट. लोन्स के तौर पर मनी सप्लाई जो होता है, जिस लिक्विडिटी प्रेफरेंस के हिसाब से, अपॉन विच how the interactions takes place among IS, that is investment saving, and LM, that is liquidity preference and money supply. So if you can see, ये जो इंडिविजुअल आइटम्स है वो हमने लास्ट लेसन में मतलब इन्वेस्टमेंट देखा, सेविंग देखा, लिक्विडिटी प्रेफरेंस देखा, मनी सप्लाई भी देखा. वी हैव सीन ऑल दोज 4 आइटम्स इन अ individual manner. Now we are thinking about how they interact in the market, how they affect or affect each other, how they get affected by each other, and how the market and equilibrium takes place in a very complex economy. It is represented as a graph in which IS and LM curves intersect to show the short-run equilibrium between interest rate and output. That means हम जो दो ग्राफ देखेंगे, IS ग्राफ, LM ग्राफ और IS curve, LM curve, they will interact and will give us the equilibrium of market depending on or between interest rates and output. Now you know interest rate are very important because they determine the savings and investment, whereas output is very important if we are talking about national income, money supply, liquidity preference, loans, advances. So these two are the variables upon which economy stands stable, right? So let's move. So what are actually we are going to take away or will be key takeaways after learning ISLM curve? Okay, let's say key takeaways of this lesson. This ISLM model describes how aggregate markets for real goods and financial markets interact to balance the rate of interest and total output in macroeconomy. In a way, ISLM curve डिस्क्राइब करते हैं कि एग्रीगेट मार्केट रियल गुड्स के लिए और फाइनेंशियल मार्केट्स के लिए इंटरएक्टिव होने के लिए कैसे रहने चाहिए टू बैलेंस द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट एंड टोटल आउटपुट इन द मार्केट इकोनॉमी. So सिंपल सांगायचं झालं अगदी मराठीत सोप्या भाषेत तर आपण हे बघणार आहोत की रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट आणि आउटपुट यांच्यामध्ये कसं काय कनेक्शन होतं मार्केटमध्ये, सो दॅट तुमची मॅक्रो इकॉनॉमी, थोडक्यात तुमच्या कंट्रीची इकॉनॉमी चालू शकेल. बेसिस तुमचं ॲक्च्युअली इन्व्हेस्टमेंट काय, सेव्हिंग काय आणि मनी सप्लाय काय मार्केटमध्ये. ओके. ISLM स्टँड्स फॉर इन्व्हेस्टमेंट सेव्हिंग लिक्विडिटी प्रेफरन्स मनी सप्लाय. We know that already. Okay. So what is IS? Can you just give me the full form? What is IS?
Investment saving.
Correct. What is L? It is liquidity.
Liquidity preference money supply.
Correct. M is for money supply. So LM, liquidity preference, money supply. Very good. The model was devised as a formal graphical representation of a principle of Keynesian economic theory. So Keynesian economic theory में जो principle बताए गए उसी का यूज करते हुए हमने ये मॉडल मतलब हमें ये सीखना है. ओके. ऑन द ISLM ग्राफ, IS represents one curve while LM represents another curve. So IS will be one curve, LM will be another curve. In an easy language, I can give you a short trick to remember that. If you remember the demand curve and supply curve and its intersection to give you equilibrium, do you remember that? हमने सीखा था डिमांड और सप्लाई कर्व एक दूसरे को कट करते हैं, फिर बीच वाले पॉइंट जिसमें जहां पर वो कट कर रहे हैं, वी कॉल इट एग्रीगेट डिमांड इक्वल टू एग्रीगेट सप्लाई, या फिर demand equal to supply, and we call that point as a E, that is equilibrium. And in the same way we are going to see how ISLM model works. It's a short trick. It might not be very technically correct, but if you want to remember it, you can remember it like that. Okay. ISLM can be used to describe how changes in a market preferences alter the equilibrium levels of gross domestic product and market interest rate. As in, ISLM curve is used to track changes in a way कि market preference के हिसाब कैसे change हो रहा है और वो equilibrium को कैसे change कर रहा है, so that हमें GDP और interest rate में क्या change हो रहा है, क्योंकि output तो GDP होने वाला है, right? Your output for a nation, or output of goods and services for a nation, is your GDP, right? And that's why we are going to see how interest rate and GDP will interact with each other for the changes happening in the marketplace or market preferences basis. The ISLM model lacks the precision and realism to be useful prescription tool for economic policy. So there are obviously some lacks. हमने already देखा है that every theory has its own criticisms, and definitely there are some issues with every theory. And similarly, ISLM also has some issues. We're going to see it further. Okay, so that's how we are going to base our lessons. Let's see. It's according to your book, the ISLM model for interaction of commodity in a uh, uh, commodity and money market. So we are going to see the interaction between commodity market and money market, two types of market. Okay. And ISLM curves explains about these interactions between these markets, commodity market and money market. Okay. So let's see. ISLM, that is investment saving liquidity preference money supply model, is a macroeconomic model that graphically represents two intersecting curves. The ISLM model is a tool that demonstrates the relationship between interest rate and real output in goods and services market and the money market. So that means we are going to learn about the relationship between interest rate and real output of goods and services, that is real GDP, in a money market, in a commodity market and money market. The intersection of IS and LM curves is the general equilibrium. Remember, before this, we have seen the general equilibrium where we have seen aggregate demand curve was intersecting aggregate supply curve, and it was giving us effective demand national output at point E, if you remember that, right? But today we are going to take a step further and we are going to see the modern theory, we can say, where we are going to see the equilibrium between IS curve and LM curve, and where they intersect each other, that point we reach to the point of general equilibrium, where there is simultaneous equilibrium in both markets. ISLM stands for investment saving, liquidity preference, money supply. So at that point of both market, we are going to reach at general equilibrium. Okay, in both market. What are those both market? Can you tell me? I talked about two markets where we are going to see. The first market was commodity market. What was the first market?
Commodity market.
Correct. And the other market was money market. What was the other market?
Money market.
Very good. Let's see the history of ISLM curve or ISLM model. The ISLM model was born at econometric conference held in Oxford during September 1936. So model was actually put forward during September 1936 in Oxford. Okay. Do you know where is Oxford, or at least what is Oxford? What is Oxford famous for? माहिती है तुम्हाला ऑक्सफर्ड किस लिए इतना फेमस है? नहीं, आप डिक्शनरीज कौन से पढ़ते हो? ऑक्सफोर्ड के डिक्शनरीज रहते हैं, राइट? लेकिन फिलहाल ऑक्सफोर्ड एक बहुत बड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी है, विच इज़ अ वेरी फेमस एंड वेरी प्रेस्टिजियस यूनिवर्सिटी ओवरऑल इन द वर्ल्ड. ओके, ऑक्सफोर्ड, हार्वर्ड, ऐसे जो यूनिवर्सिटीज़ रहती है, स्टैनफोर्ड और ऐसे बहुत सारे, ये बहुत ही फेमस है. बहुत बड़े बड़े साइंटिस्ट, बड़े बड़े थिंकर्स, बड़े बड़े whatever entrepreneurs, businessmen, they have come from these university. Okay, so Roy Harrod, John R. Hicks, and James Mead all presented papers describing mathematical models attempting to summarize John Maynard Keynes' general theory of employment, interest, and money. So in this conference, Roy Harrod, John Hicks, and James Mead, ये जो तीन साइंटिस्ट है, they had presented papers through them, or through which they tried to summarize Keynes' theory of general employment, interest, and money that we have seen throughout last chapter. Okay, Hicks, who had seen the draft of Harrod's paper, invented that ISLM model, originally using LL and not LM. He later presented it in a Mr. Keynes and the classics, a suggested interpretation. So they together come and they presented a paper in the through their research. Means paper presenting is nothing but providing or presenting your research to the audience. Okay, what we have researched throughout the year, we present it in front of very esteemed audience. बहुत ही मतलब बहुत ही क्या बोल सकते हैं, इंटेलिजेंट लोग रहते हैं, उनके सामने हमारा रिसर्च प्रेजेंट करना पड़ता है. Okay, the term IS is shorthand expression of equality of investment and saving, and the term LM is shorthand expression of equality of money demand and money supply. As in, हम एक बड़ा वाला इक्विलिब्रियम देखने वाले. We are going to see a huge equilibrium or huge concept of equilibrium, general equilibrium. But these general equilibrium consist of two major concepts, IS and LM. Okay, IS is the concept where there is an equality of investment and saving. As in, this is one shorter equilibrium or short form of equilibrium, investment and saving का. Okay, और जो LM है, LM is another equilibrium or equilibrium point where we are going to see the equality between money demand and money supply. Okay, then again the question time. Just let me know, IS curve is consist of two things. What are those two things? What are the things that equate at the IS point or IS curve? What are those two things? Remember, IS कर्व जो है वो दो चीजों का कंसिस्ट होता है. मतलब दो चीजें इसके कंस्टिट्यूएंट्स होते हैं. इन्वेस्टमेंट और सेविंग, ये दोनों की इक्वालिटी होने के कारण हमें IS कर्व मिलता है. Then let's tell me, what are the two constituents of IS curve and how, just tell me that answer. What are the two constituents of IS curve? Can you tell me? दो चीजें कौन सी है जो IS कर्व को डिफाइन करती है? अभी मैंने आपको बताया.
Investment and saving.
Correct. And now let's talk about LM curve, where LM curves, in the LM curve or in the definition of LM curve, we can say we want equality between money demand, that is L, and money supply, that is M. So what are the two equalities we need to draw LM curve? कौन सी दो चीजें चाहिए इक्वल? मनी डिमांड एंड मनी सप्लाई. कौन सी?
Money demand and money supply.
वेरी गुड. तो मतलब अगर आप देखो तो लेट मी ड्रॉ सम नाइस पिक्चर फॉर यू. ओके, हम ऑलरेडी जनरल इक्विलिब्रियम देखने वाले, राइट? तो दैट इज जनरल इक्विलिब्रियम विच कंसिस्ट ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम ऑफ IS एंड LM, एज इन दो चीजें एक साथ मिलने वाली है IS LM करके. ओके, सो जनरल इक्विलिब्रियम में क्या होने वाला है? IS और LM कर्व एक दूसरे से टकराएंगे. Okay, they will intersect with each other. Okay, but IS curve originally has 2 points, that is I, investment, and S, that is savings. Okay, as in IS curve will have equality between investment and saving, whereas LM curve will have equality between money demand, that is MD for short, okay, and money supply. Now can you tell me what फैक्टर्स विल बी इक्वल एट IS कर्व? IS कर्व पे कौन से दो फैक्टर्स इक्वल रहने वाले हैं? कोणते दोन फॅक्टर असतील?
Investment and saving.
करेक्ट. आणि LM फॅक्टर मध्ये और LM कर्व मध्ये?
Money demand and money supply.
व्हेरी गुड, व्हेरी गुड. तुमच्या लक्षात येत आहे? म्हणजे आता की आपण, मी तुम्हाला इतकं आता बेसिक पासून सांगते कारण तुम्हाला आठवत असेल, जर जेव्हा आपण केन्सची थिअरी बघत होतो तेव्हाही याच कन्सेप्ट खूपदा रिपीट झाल्या होत्या पुन्हा. आपल्याला थ्रू आउट मॉडेल, थ्रू आउट हे सगळं हेच पुन्हा पुन्हा ऐकायचं आहे. सो जर आपण आत्ता याच्याबद्दल क्लिअर असू देन वी आर गुड टू गो. ओके, लेट्स सी. So ISLM curve model emphasizes the interaction between goods and money market. The goods market is in equilibrium when aggregate demand is equal to income. Goods market will be in equilibrium. ऐसा बोला गया है कि गुड्स मार्केट का इक्विलिब्रियम हमें मिल जाएगा जब एग्रीगेट डिमांड विल इक्वल टू इनकम. जब आपका एग्रीगेट डिमांड इनकम से मैच हो जाएगा, इक्वल हो जाएगा. द एग्रीगेट डिमांड इज डिटरमाइंड बाय द कंजम्पशन डिमांड एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट डिमांड. यू नो दैट एग्रीगेट डिमांड निकालने के लिए हमारे पास फॉर्मूला था C+I. डू यू रिमेंबर दैट? एग्रीगेट डिमांड वाज इक्वल टू C+I, दैट इज कंजम्पशन डिमांड एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट डिमांड. एंड दैट्स वाई हमें अगर एग्रीगेट डिमांड निकालना हो तो ये फॉर्मूला यूज करना पड़ेगा, AD इक्वल टू C+I, राइट? तो आपको याद रखना है कि जब भी C+I ऐसा आता है ग्राफ में, दैट इज एग्रीगेट डिमांड. ओके, बताओ मुझे, C+I ऐसा जब हमें ग्राफ में दिखेगा तो व्हाट कैन वी से इट इज? व्हाट कर्व इट इज?
Aggregate demand.
वेरी गुड. आई नो दिस माइट साउंड लाइक मैं बच्चों को पढ़ा रही हूँ, लेकिन फिलहाल के लिए हमें, जैसे हम ऑनलाइन पढ़ रहे हैं, हमें यही फॉर्मेट यूज करना पड़ेगा. ओके, in Keynesian model of goods market equilibrium, we also now introduce the rate of interest as an important determinant of investment. So whenever we are talking about Keynesian model of goods market equilibrium, in this theory we have introduced new factor or new variable, that is rate of interest. It is the rate on which you get interest paid against your saving. Whatever you save in your banks, in FDs and etc., you get interest on it, and that rate of interest is given as a factor in this new theory. It is important determinant of investment. हमने देखा था investment has two determinants, right? First was MEC, marginal efficiency of capital. Second one was rate of interest, and we are dealing right now with rate of interest. With the introduction of interest as determinant of investment, तो पहले हमने एमईसी पे बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा हमने एमईसी को इम्पोर्टेंस दिया था, राइट? उसके बाद अब हम देख रहे हैं कि अगर हम रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट को इम्पोर्टेंट डिटर्मिनेंट मानते हैं, इफ़ वी कंसिडर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट एज इम्पोर्टेंट डिटर्मिनेंट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट, the latter now becomes an endogenous variable in the model, in the sense जो rate of interest है वो endogenous model मतलब मॉडल के अंदर तैयार होने वाला, डिटरमाइन किया जाने वाला. Okay, could you please mute yourself? That would be super helpful. Okay, let's talk about it. So rate of interest, it becomes endogenous variable in the model. Now what is endogenous variable? Endogenous variable is the determinant or the variable that gets place or that gets its value during the formation of model. In the sense, we determine the value of endogenous variable. We will determine how the rate of interest will be through the model, whereas exogenous model, we are given the values by outside. We don't determine the value inside the model or inside the mathematical equation or the graph we are using, but we are given the value. Simple sense, whenever you are given की असं बघा तुम्हाला एक क्वेश्चन आहे की तुमच्याकडे 4 संतरी आहेत, आपके पास 4 कोई फ्रूट्स है और दूसरा है 4 केले है, 5 मतलब सेब है, 4 केली, 5 सफरचंद. हाउ मेनी फ्रूट्स डू यू हैव? तो कितने फ्रूट्स है आपके पास? तो आपका नंबर हो जाता है 4 + 5 दैट इज 9. दैट मीन्स जो नंबर ऑफ फ्रूट्स है, अगर इसको हम वेरिएबल बोले तो नंबर ऑफ फ्रूट्स आपका एंडोजेनस वेरिएबल हो जाता है क्योंकि हमने वो वैल्यू निकाला है. लेकिन number of सेब, number of banana, they are your exogenous variable because for them the value is given by outside or outsider. In the sense, जो आपको डायरेक्टली गिवन वैल्यू मिलता है, जो आपके मॉडल के बाहर तैयार होता है, वी कॉल इट एज अ एक्सोजेनस मॉडल और एक्सोजेनस वेरिएबल. ओके, whereas the value we find under the experimentation of model or under the use of model, then that variable we called it as a endogenous variable. तुम्हाला कळलं एंडोजेनस व्हेरिएबल काय येते? तुम्ही रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट तुमच्या मॉडेलमध्ये शोधून काढणार आहात. सो ज्या गोष्टी आपण मॉडेलमध्ये, ज्या गोष्टी आपण थिअरीमध्ये शोधून काढतो त्याला म्हणतात एंडोजेनस व्हेरिएबल. ज्या गोष्टी थिअरीच्या बाहेर दिलेल्या असतात ऑलरेडी आपल्याला, देन आपण त्याला म्हणतो एक्झोजेनस व्हेरिएबल. ओके, when the rate of interest falls, the level of investment increases and vice versa. So what is the relation of rate of interest with investment? हमने देखा था they have inverse relationship with each other. In the sense, when interest falls, rate of interest, आपका सेविंग बढ़ता है और अगर सेविंग बढ़ गया आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट कम होने वाला है. That means when rate of interest falls, investment will rise because savings will go down, and vice versa. When the rate of interest increases, your savings will go down, savings will be lowered, and that's the relation, inverse relation between investment and rate of interest. Thus, changes in the rate of interest affect aggregate demand or aggregate expenditure by causing changes in the investment demand. Hence, जो change in rate of interest है वो aggregate demand को affect करते हैं, that is aggregate expenditure को affect करते हैं, क्योंकि whatever will be your demand, that will be your expenditure. जो भी आपका मार्केट में डिमांड रहने वाला है वही आपका एक्सपेंडिचर रहेगा, क्योंकि उसके लिए आप पैसे देने वाले हो. दैट मीन्स changes in a rate of interest affect aggregate demand or aggregate expenditure by causing changes in investment demand. So इन्वेस्टमेंट डिमांड में चेंजेस होने के कारण आपका एग्रीगेट डिमांड चेंज होता है, क्योंकि एग्रीगेट डिमांड का फॉर्मूला होता है A इज इक्वल टू C+I. तो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट में चेंज होने के कारण आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट चेंज होता है. तो अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट चेंज हो गया मतलब C+I में से I चेंज हो गया. इसका मतलब पहले अगर AD हुआ करता था, अब इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ गया तो आपका AD भी बढ़ेगा. इन्वेस्टमेंट घट गया तो आपका AD भी कम हो जाएगा, एग्रीगेट डिमांड. Okay, when the rate of interest falls, it lowers the cost of investment projects and thereby raises the profitability of investment. जैसे ही आपका रेट कम हो जाता है, आपका कॉस्ट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट इन प्रोजेक्ट कम हो जाता है और उसकी वजह से इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के बाद आपको जो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी मिलने वाली है, दैट इज MEC, वो बढ़ती है और उसकी वजह से इन्वेस्टमेंट भी बढ़ता है. Okay, the businessman will therefore undertake greater investment at a lower rate of interest. That's why बिजनेसमैन जो रहते हैं वो ज्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे जब रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट कम होगा. सो लेट मी आस्क यू, इफ रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज लो, योर इन्वेस्टमेंट विल बी हायर और लोअर? व्हाट विल बी योर इन्वेस्टमेंट? अगर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट लो है तो आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट ज्यादा होगा या कम होगा, हायर और लोअर? I have asked you a question, right? माइक उघडा आणि बोला पटापट, हायर की लोअर? मित्रांनो, मी तुम्हाला प्रश्न विचारला मला वाटतं, राईट? डोंट डू दॅट. It's okay if you answer me wrong. It has no problem with being your answer wrong. Just I want to hear your answer. लक्षात ठेवा, आपण हेच बघतोय, देर इज ए इनवर्स रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट. जैसे ही आपका रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट लो होगा, आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट हाइयर होगा. जैसे डिमांड और